Welcome to the Angelscapes podcast, where you're encouraged to uncover and develop a direct connection with your soul's power, wisdom, and spiritual intuition that is ready to blossom. We'll explore new ideas, compelling tips, and real steps to help you learn simple spiritual practices. We're a safe place to learn more about accessing your soul's power with education and spiritual wholeness that could bring more clarity to your life. Now here's your host, a practicing medium, Akashic Records practitioner, spirit artist, coach, and mentor, Dr. Reverend Nancy Smith.
Would you like to know more about creating intuitive art? Would you like to know what that's all about and how I do it? So watch me in the next hour create spirit art that are messages from your soul. And if you say hi in the chat, I'll read for you. I'll give you a reading. First come, first serve. This is Angelscapes, and I'm your host, Nancy Smith. And I'm really excited to bring these sample readings to you. This is where I live. This is what I love. As a medium, I will connect with spirit and draw faces of the spirit while I'm doing the mediumship. But this case are soul messages, soul art, where I'm going to connect with your soul and through the Akashic Records, which I've already opened. And I will be asking your guides and your soul, what do you need to see right now? What do you need to know? So before I started up, I opened up sacred space using my Akashic prayer and my Akashic ritual routine. And then I sat in silence and asked for the best people to come on board. And hi, Bridget, how are you doing? I'm going to use some color cards. You see there's two screens here. If you come in and look at Facebook Live, there's two screens. So one screen has my art supplies and my cards, and the other screen has my face. I'm going to pull 3 color cards for whoever I'm reading for, and I'll be linking into your soul and listening to what you need to hear. And so let me see, what can I say? Getting information from your Akashic Records is what I'm doing. Our souls are our direct connection to our Akashic Records. What the Akashic field of energy, the Akashic Records is the place where spirit, where source lives and exists. And that's where I'm getting the information from. And inside the Akashic realm are your records of since your soul's inception, since your life's inception, since you started. It's also since the creator started creating. There are all kinds of information in there, and I'm just going to focus on you and today. So that's why I call this Akashic mediumship. So in the mediumship tradition, while I connect with a loved one on the other side to see someone that you recognize, somebody that has a message for you, in the same sense, I'm connecting to your soul who loves you and has a message for you. Sometimes I can read the color in your aura. If we were going to sit down and do a long session and I would open up sacred space, then I would open up the records, I can kind of sense what color is flowing through your aura or what colors you're working with at that particular point in your life, that they're either showing me what you're working with, or they're showing me what you need for healing, or they're just showing me your personality. So I link through those colors, I'm using my clairaudience, clairvoyance, to link through those colors and feel them through clairsentient to get the information that your soul is trying to give to you. And in these readings also, there's a color aspect where the colors are healing elements themselves. So as I draw colors for you, as I lay the colors down on the paper, sometimes they're abstract, sometimes they're figurative. Those healing colors, just take them in. Those are your colors right now for you to work with, to heal and grow and learn with. And you can kind of look around your space and find those same colors, whether it's a pillow or a blanket, and kind of surround yourself with those colors to bring that healing vibration around you. So let's dive in and find out what spirit wants you to know, what your soul wants you to know now. So So little talk on why I used spirit and soul. Spirit is the essence of yourself. It's the individual aspect of yourself that is connected to your soul, and your soul is the big kahuna, is the big umbrella that you live under. Your soul may have lots of spirits that are connected to it, so that's what we call it, a soul family. So that just wanted to make that a little bit clear. So I'm really excited to start clicking around. And I want to say hi to Bridget. My buddies are here that said they would volunteer. I'm going to start with Bridget. How are you doing, Bridget? It's good to see you. I'm going to pick or pull 3 cards for you, 3 colors that will talk to me about what it is that you're working with. And I should just show you right here. Where are we? Here we go. Here. We've got nurture your body and soul. Let love in is pink. And the third color that we're going to work with is access innovative thinking for you, Bridget. That's really important for you right now. And as I blend in with you, I feel that the pink is the very most important part of your world. What your soul wants you to know is through letting love in, through being that loving, caring person that you are, I want you to point that love to you right now, and that's going to open the door to nurturing your body and soul, and getting that, activating that innovative thinking. Oh, here's that pink that I was looking for. So what we're going to work with here is we're going to lay down some pink. And sometimes I just go ahead and just start coloring before I even know what it is that I'm doing. I did say coloring, and I'm just going to kind of lay things down. And if you see something kind of pop up for you as I just kind of randomly put things down, just put it in. Tell me what you're seeing. Just be happy. Throw it in to the chat room. This is really, I think, fun for others to watch as these unfold. We're going to lay in some brown here. Lemon yellow it has a spunk to it. We have gold yellow that we're going to use, and then we have a here's a better lemon yellow. It has a spunk to it. The yellow talks about solar plexus a lot. You add the pink with the yellow and you get this beautiful coral energy. And the yellow talks to me about focus. It also talks to me about really clearing the decks for you. And if you let love in through some kind of spiritual practice, or going out for a walk, or even just working out in your taking a kindness to your body, and which is the harbinger. The body holds the soul. And so as you love yourself, go into open up the doors to your essence of who you are. Open up the doors to yourself, and then you'll connect into spirit. You'll connect into that higher power through your body. I feel like you're doing some intuitive work for yourself. You've been really laying down the here's some foundation work. You're laying down the foundation work for yourself to build something new in your life. And I think it's partly connected to your practice, was partly connected to wanting to create business from it. And this is some structure here that I'm laying down with brown, the darker brown. It's so funny to be doing this live like this online. I'm so used to doing it with people in front of me. I'm saying a lot of ums as I pause, but the colors and the energies that you're getting are directly connected to what you're creating in your world right now, whether it's health, but I also feel it's how you're nurturing your body so that you could feel that higher essence thinking. So these are links that are going to help you figure out the next step with how you're going to express yourself in the world. So we have this beautiful heart shape, but I want to see how the colors just kind of blend and work together. And and support you. I always feel like brown is a grounding color, and pink can be it's coming up from your root chakra, but pink also comes from with compassion, and it's a high vibrational color. So you don't know where to go, or you're not sure where to start. I want you to start with love, with that higher aspect of letting that love in. And then the next step for you would be to nourish yourself somehow, either through walking, movement, certain types of food. And then from that place, once you've created those two places, then you're going to have that access to the innovative thinking and the focus that you're looking for in your life. And I hope that this was helpful. I give you lots of blessings for this. And we do have somebody breaking in. We did last week, little spammer going on. So I want you to just please ignore that person from West Africa, because they're not actually part of this group. So Sharon, thank you so much, Sharon, for coming on board. Let's work with you, Sharon. And I'm going to pick 3 colors for you here as well. And thanks for connecting with me, Sharon. We've been working hard to set things up for this experiment, I should say. It's a big experiment, and I think it's working. Let me know if what I'm saying is reaching you. The other thing, when I'm reading for a group, lots of times people will sit and listen, and they can take parts of the messages for themselves. So please feel free to do that. The economy of spirit. So these 3 colors I'm picking for you, Sharon, is beautiful. The first one was the blue, the protect yourself, but you're protecting yourself when it comes through blue, through your throat chakra, what you say, what you do, what you're thinking, all of that effort that you're making. I want you to see it as not putting a barrier between you and the world, but putting yourself forward in a very protective, clear, precise way, so that nobody's guessing what on earth you're thinking about. You're very clear, and nobody's going to be able to second guess you or stick their words in over yours. So your spoken word is really, really important right now. And when I see this turquoise color, I know it says awaken your empathy, but I also feel like turquoise is a color of a flow, of forgiveness, but it's also a flow of prosperity. So as you work on all of these different aspects within yourself, you're allowing yourself to soften and your empathy to be appropriately out there. We're starting with the protection, remember that. And as your empathy moves and grows, in this case, you will keep moving through forgiving and letting go of aspects of selves that keep you close to yourself, because you're expanding a little bit. You're expanding with the energy of turquoise. And that's going to bring you some prosperity, some understanding. And with the beautiful energy, I feel like this is an outcome energy, is coral flow and synchronicities in your life. And I feel like you're going to align yourself as you expand and protect yourself. You'll align yourself with the flow of life, so things will come your way. So let's go lay down some blue as a foundation here for you. And again, it's how the tools that you're using as you protect yourself is the blue. So I see it kind of like coming out like a flower in a sense. Your words, your actions, your thoughts are all needing to be, you have your own, is what I'm feeling for you. And it's beautiful sapphire, as I'm drawing, is a very strong, clear energy that is very, if you combine it with a crystal white light, it becomes unstoppable. It's very energetic. It's very beautiful. It's very powerful. So as I work in, I'm going to pull some turquoise in here. This is about you. I'm going to have chalk all over my place. What I'm doing, this is kind of fun. So again, we're remembering that your turquoise is still in the family of blue, but we've added green to it. and you're learning to have empathy, and you're learning to use your empathic abilities to create prosperity within yourself. And the key to letting this expansion happen for yourself is through letting go of what's happened in the past. Not just, I'm not going to be there anymore kind of thing. It's not working for me, and I'm going to recognize that. Thank you for helping me, but the wisdom that was there is flourishing, growing, maturing, and now you know what you need to let go of. And I have to say, the message with forgiveness has a lot to do with moving forward, and forgiveness can be very protective because we're no longer connected to, or our wagon's no longer hitched to the disappointments in our life, or the old ways of thinking. You're now connected and hitched to something that's more powerful. So your belief structure changes up a little bit. So as we move in to these energies, you'll see that this beautiful synchronicity and flow starts to come around you as you expand, and as you become clear and protecting and protective, self-protective. So I feel like what your soul wants you to know with these energies as they go around is to keep, as I kind of get a little bit cloudy here as I'm blending the colors, is remember to stay clear in who you are, and keep your chakra colors, or keep your colors bright. We're always bringing in that white light to clear up those energy centers. I'm going to add in a little bit of orange for transformation, because I feel like these energies are actually bringing a sense of transformation in some of your thoughts and some of your belief systems and structures, that you can just let go of the old and move into the new, so that you can find the new synchronicities. I hope that this is making sense to you, and I hope you can kind of see what I'm doing here on this page. And I also want to throw in for you some purple, because just it's for purple for infinity, purple for sacred and spiritual. And this purple, whether it resonates with the red and the blue, it also creates form. So everything that you create, the form that you create, is also blended in with sacred space, sacred purple. So many blessings to you, and I hope that this makes sense to you, and I hope you can bring this information back to you later. It's all an experiment here. So I'm really having a blast, though. So this flowering out for you is about really flowering out, where we had Bridget Hart's opening up and holding it. You're opening up. You're spreading yourself out. Very, very cool. So thanks, Sharon, for letting me talk to you. And then Summer, may I come to you? Did that make sense, Sharon? I'd love to hear what you had to say. Oh, Bridget, this made, I see a heart. Yep, and it worked for you. Good. So I'm going to come to Summer. Thank you so much for coming on, Summer. I'll pull some cards. You guys, if you could see my desk, you'd be cracking up. It's just covered. Maybe I'll show you my desk in a little bit. Maybe not. Maybe I don't want to. But we're going to pull 3 colors for you, Summer, and I'm so glad you came. I love when we're in this this group together, and I hope that they will Kaleo and Galia, it's Kaleo and Mika lead this group, and they're going to be on in a couple of weeks talking about the group, and I'm really excited about that. Thrive is the name. So Summer, beautiful. You can see we've got some tangerine. We had the coral coming up from Sharon, but now we have tangerine coming up. I feel like it fits your name so well, but you've got this sense of breaking out and having fun and expanding yourself through laughter, through joy, which is very high energy, high vibration. And we come in with silver, which can be kind of a gray. Silver can be bright and sparkly, but silver can also come in and gray things down or put things into form. And I feel like the silver in your life is coming in many different tones for you, and I want to shine them up. And if you feel like you have some grays or some darkness, silver talks about the moon, talks about your intuition. I just want to tell you, don't sweat it. Just gently bring that loving touch that you have to these darker graying areas and just shine them up, and they'll start to reflect the tangerines and the purples and the blues and all the gorgeous colors that are within you. So that's a little clue if you're feeling a little down and a little lack of energy. It's the moon energy that wants to be shined up. So, and then we have the color violet, creating a balanced life and all of this. And I feel that that message, as we have this fun, as we have, excuse me, this way of coming out of yourself, you also bring other people out with you when you're in your highest fun place. So we want to start with that. You're like the sun. You're like a Leo. I'm not sure what your sign is, but it's so you've got this beautiful I am the sun, I am present. So we're going into a little burst here. It looks a little bit like the flower we started with. And these are all fast images. So we want to really work with that energy. And as I work with this energy, I could totally see how you could get a little burned out, and how you could you plug in, you come in at 250%, and then your light starts to dim, coming down a little bit because you've given it your all. And so that's where the purple comes in and says, we got to get this girl back into balance, get this woman, don't mean to be, into balance, and so that you could see the structure around what you're bringing about, what you're presenting. And so this, I'm just throwing in a little bit of grounding here for you, because I want you to ground this energy and have it be pinpointed and focused. Sometimes this creative fun can actually, just as I'm drawing, I'm having a blast doing it, but I'm focusing the burst into a place where you can really make a difference for yourself and others. Since your energy is that kind of joy, that kind of love, we don't want to stifle it. But I want to tell you that focusing that energy is not going to stifle it. It's actually going to make it brighter and brighter and brighter. So here this purple's coming in, not to dampen the colors, but to support them and to bring them out. And as I work in with the silver, we're going to add some gray. You're not going to like it, but we're going to go and just understand that as the gray comes in, it's yours, it's the moon, it's all the phases of the moon for you. And different phases of the moon, it's different, it will be a different appropriately action, different actions will be appropriate in different phases of the moon for yourself. And we're gonna want you to remind you to not fight it, but to be in it. If you can understand that, because we want you to not to burn out, but also to understand that all of these different aspects in your life are meant to support the burst of color that you are, or the energy that you have. So you don't need to rebel against the form anymore. You simply need to embrace the form, knowing that it's going to bring you a brighter, did I lose a brighter color? You just have to shake it off because I got all the chalk. It's like fireworks coming up. And in another allegory would be the fireworks at night, because you could see the light so bright against the dark sky, against the moonlit sky. So this is what your gift is to the world. It's also where you shine within yourself. So even if you aren't in the world with other people doing your fun stuff, you just shine for yourself with the understanding that there's burnout isn't allowed here for you. You need to structure right now for you is very important. This is purple running through. This is the sacred energy, bringing it into balance, but bringing it into a soul level balance, a balance of sacred balance, not a social balance or a balance that tells you this is who you are and this is who you're supposed to be, because in the burst, that's where you discover who you are. And so thank you. I hope that this summer resonates with you. I'd love to hear back from you and see how you're using the information. So Susan Kellner, may I read for you? Let's pull some cards, color cards for you. I have half of my screen covered, so if I jump around and I'm looking around, it's because I can't see what I'm doing, which is a good thing. So we said we were going to work with Susan. I'm going to pick some cards for you, Susan. And the first color, the primary color that you're working with is aqua, which it's really, aqua is funny because it resonates with the turquoise. It has all that energy of prosperity, forgiveness, expansion. But this aqua is really speaking about that beautiful watercolor, and this idea of abundance and forgiveness to bring you to peace and calm. This is not a time for you to expand. It's a time for you to, it's not time for you to necessarily ground and go deep into the earth, but it's a time for you to be in the water, to be balanced, peace, calm. And then the pearl, I love the pearl because I want to go into the ocean and I want to dive deep into the ocean. I want to find those pearls of wisdom. And I want, and you're diving deep to find the divine. And as you peace and calm, diving deep to find the divine within you, the beautiful pearls of wisdom from what you're going through, from what you have gone through, and the wisdom that you're coming from those, I guess you could call it trauma or things that you have gone through, is the wisdom. And in finding that wisdom, that is the healing for you. It takes finding the wisdom takes you out of the trauma after a long process. And as you hold those pearls, it's almost like it's a protective thing in a sense, because the trauma is not going to sneak back in, because you keep going back to the pearls. You keep going back to the wisdom, the lessons, and that you own now. They're yours, and no memories can take that away from you. And as you step into this, the action, the result is going to be that your poor nervous system is going to be really revitalized, and you're really going to be able to create with this energy to grow and learn and to create more. The leaves on the trees are sprouting out like crazy. So hopefully you can, this makes sense to you, but I really want to, what I'm seeing for you is a tear right here kind of coming in. Many tears have been shed throughout your life, but these tears are turning into tears of joy, bittersweet, not so much bittersweet, but tears of joy that comes from collecting the wisdom within yourself. And this, symbolically, this water is going to feed the growth. It's going to, the green will start to come up, the growth from the tree. It's like, it's the plant. It's this water from you is causing the growth to come out from around you, so that what you experience within you and what people see around you is this miraculous sprouting out of new life, new thoughts, new ideas, new expressions. And since they're coming out new, this is kind of the fall. I know some of you are out in California, but here we're seeing the leaves fall off the trees. But for you, I see that in this season right now, is a lot of new growth. And I'm excited for you for that, because you're kind of doing things in your own time, in your own way. And grabbing the green here, and you will prosper in that, because I feel like you also have your own time in your own way in any event. So yeah, that's pushing the white out a little bit so you can see the pearl essence popping out for yourself. And that is the miracle in your life right now. So embrace the peace and calm as you do a deep dive into doing self-healing, to find those pearls of wisdom and healing that take you to a whole different place of experience, so that you can allow yourself to grow in a way that you never, ever, ever thought you would grow before. So many blessings to you, Susan. Now I'm going to go. Thank you so much, Susan, for taking it. And please give me some feedback as to how these readings are making sense to you, what they're saying to you, what your takeaway is from them. I'm going to move to Maria. Thank you so much for coming on, Maria. You're one of my regulars. I see you almost every podcast, and I'm just thrilled to have you here so I could give you this reading. So we're going to pick 3 cards for you, Maria, of color. And cherry reminds me of Irma Bombeck. How many people remember Irma Bombeck? I'm showing my age. She goes, "If life is a bowl of cherries, what am I doing in the pits?" That's whenever I see cherries. But cherries are my sign from heaven. When I ask Spirit to really catch my attention, or if there's something that I need to pay attention to, send me cherries. And so here we are, Spirit saying, pay attention to this, please. So the other color is sapphire and magenta, very intense colors for you, Maria. So you're really moving in an intense place. I want you to do some chakra work to really clean out or clear out anything that is not love within your chakras, so that you can step into this extraordinary living. And you can, the magenta talks about connecting to your deepest inner knowing. Magenta is like the pink, the beautiful pink of compassion on steroids. So you have this beautiful pink compassion for yourself, but you're really going, you're gunning it up. You got some boosters in there to connect to your deepest inner knowing, which is connected to your soul. So you're being beckoned, your soul is calling you. And the sapphire energy that is with you is to heal you, but it's also to run the sapphire energy, sapphire and white light, through all of your energetic bodies as well as your physical body, so that you could bring yourself back on board. We talked about the sapphire energy in one of the readings earlier. So to live this extraordinary life, you need to do the deep dive with the compassion on steroids, the deepest inner knowing, the deepest you can go at this point. And then in that deep knowing, you will you must be releasing stuff automatically, but you're going to regenerate yourself. You're going to find a place where within yourself that really speaks loudly to what you're creating. So you're being called to manifest this extraordinary life, but you have these 2 really powerful energies around you supporting you. So I'm just talking too much and I forgot to draw for you. I better get cracking here. So again, I have this kind of like blue glass bowl that holds all of these cherries, all of these amazing things. So sometimes when we think of we're living an extraordinary life and we're going to go out there, we think we need to break down all of the foundations, all of the things around us that get out of the get out of the. This is not a rebellious energy. Let me put it that way. You don't have to break the speed limit. You don't have to throw everything out. Don't throw it out. You're building with what you have. You're really coming into a fruition where you have many choices. I see as I fill this bowl, how many choices you have right now, how much resources you have, and how many things that you can draw upon. Pieces of wisdom, family, loved ones are all there, saying, I'm with you. I love you. I care about you. You're very well loved and you have a lot of amazing resources. So grab them and use them. And they're all being held within the container of your life. That's why I don't want you to throw out the baby with the bath here, because all of your experience and all is holding this richness within you. And so this magenta here, this is about diving deep. And this magenta, believe it or not, so that's connected really well to the cherries, but this magenta is holding this is, if you're going to say, what's the rebellion energy? What's the energy that's going to break through my walls? It's the magenta, which is the connecting to your deep inner divine. So you're connecting to love here, and you're connecting to source to manifest this next aspect of your life coming forward. And that's the energy that's supporting you right now. And I'm hoping, so again, give me some feedback. Is this making sense to you? Are we speaking your truth, or are we, you need some more information on this? So life is a bowl of cherries, but what's supporting those cherries is the energy to regenerate yourself, and the beautiful magenta, the beautiful energy that talks about connecting to source, connecting to your soul for the deep wisdom that you need. So wonderful. And we're going to go ahead and as I give these readings, I want to just take a quick little break and tell you, you can find me on angelscapes.net. And if you want to have a session like this, they're totally available. Soul art sessions. Go onto my website and look for the soul art, or just kind of click around it. I do these sessions, and I have a blast doing them. They're very energetic. So angelscapes.net. I also want to talk to you a little bit about November 4th, Saturday, November 4th. I'm starting up my next Akashic Journey Intensive. And I actually have an artist coming on board with us. They have a nice set. It's a small group. I have a nice set of students set up already. We still have openings to learn how to access your Akashic Records, how to do healing within the Akashic Records in the Akashic realm. You're going to be meeting your angels, your guides. You're going to learn how to integrate your ego or your unconscious self with your higher conscious self, powerful healing, how to see what your soul is expressing through you. And then we're going to do soul contract work and past life work. It's a 6-month program, so it's a deep dive, and you can use all of this work in wherever you are in your life. If you want to become a practitioner, or if you want to apply this to your healing work, or if you want to just apply it to your regular life, it's people use it in all different ways. It's getting into that beautiful Akashic realm and the voice of your soul. So Lydia's coming on next. I'm going to pick some cards for Lydia. It's looking like I'm going through these drawings really fast. So I'm thinking that we can maybe cover more. Well, we'll do a few more before the hour is up. So Lydia, the 3 colors that I'm coming here with you. First one is the gray color. Remember we talked about the silver and how silver and gray are connected to the moon energy, to the shiny moon energy. And in this case, learn to pay attention to your body, learn to scan your body, Lydia, learn to see what's going on here, because I feel like we have some beautiful pieces within yourself that are kind of covered over, or kind of neat, like that shining up, that connection. And so some self-healing work through colors would be very good, but also understanding to don't go into oh, this is the blah day, or this is the gray, or this is not so great. Don't go into judgment. What you want to do is go into unconditional love for yourself, for all those places that you can't quite see, or you can't quite get into to exchange. 2 important messages. So we're doing body. The ruby color is saying rejuvenate your body. So pay attention to your body, rejuvenate your body, because spirit in our faith speaks through our body. When we're doing any intuitive work, you're using your body as the medium, with your senses and your taste, your smell, your sounds, your seeing, your imagination. And through working self-healing with your body, you're going to focus on strengthening your faith. When we have a sense of well-being, when we're loving ourselves, that's when we can really see that God is the source, and the synchronicities, the flow of life is a real thing. So how much love that we can let in from source, from God, is equal to how much we're willing to love and care for ourselves. So you're right on the nose of, I need to take care of myself. I need to rejuvenate myself. I need to pay attention and scan what's going on within me, so that I can know the truth of where I am right now. And then you can have that beautiful connection. A lot of, I remember years and years of studying, quite, a few whiles ago, don't want to tell you how many whiles ago, it was always like, rise above it, work with spirit. and people were really working in their top 3 chakras. And the new teaching now, or the teaching that I'm bringing forward, and I'm hearing a lot of people bringing it, is it has to be integrated, the whole self. You don't leave any part of yourself behind. And so this message is really talking about that very thing of don't put yourself, the dark part of yourself, the shadow part of yourself, don't judge it. Don't put it aside. Work with it. The hangnails and the frustration and the power, the power fights that you're having with yourself. Like it's where and I think this could be a whole nother show, is to talk about somatic healing in terms of really letting yourself see yourself as divine, even when you don't feel divine. And but still really appreciating yourself in from that place that says, I accept you totally and completely as you are. And that's when we experience God's love for us, when we are accepting the foibles, accepting the disappointments or the imperfections within ourselves. And we just can actually start to discover the richness of you. And you know, if you ever watched black and white TV back in the day, or if you go to some of those old Me TV movies or something like that, you can see a lot when there's no color. You think you're missing something, or you're missing some of the richness of it. But if you just watch the grays and the tones and what the moods that they give you, or the sense. So we don't want to ever dismiss anything about yourself. And I think that that's what this message is about here. So now we have this gorgeous red. We're working into the gray of the self, the shadow of the self. And then we're going to work in where there's the red. There it is. This beautiful ruby red that just totally supports you and holds you in this passionate color that wakes you up, that nourishes you, that really speaks to you and holds you well. It's kind of a meditative state, and allowing yourself to be held in that beautiful, I love myself, I'm nurturing myself, letting your root chakra bring everything up that you need into your full body. And as we move into that full body and accept our full body, then our faith and our connection with source begins to open up. And then we begin to trust that there is source there. Source is always within us. We're never alone from that. It's just that we kind of block it out when we're busy feeling bad about ourselves, or we're busy trying to be other than what we are in the moment. So I want to give you that choice and that vision to say, when you do the work that we're talking about, many gifts will flower out, will come forward, if you can see that. Hopefully, Lydia, that speaks to you and says that. And I'm just now going to look through some of the notes here. This is, yes, the Thrive Tribe is what we were talking about. I'm so excited that my Thrive type people came and talked to me. Mary Ellen. Oh, Mary Ellen, I was looking up to see if I had your number the other day. I wanted to give you a call. So Mary Ellen, I really was thinking of you and wanted you to call me. There you are. So I'm going to move to the next person on the list, and that will be Dawn Bruce. And Dawn, so nice to see you. Dawn, and let's pick some colors for you today and see where you are. So I wanted to tell you, some of you are trying to record, you're recording segments of the readings that I'm doing for you. This will be on Facebook for a while, and then I make it into a podcast, so you'll find it on YouTube. And the idea is that other people can see the work and see how powerful that it can be when we're working with spirit, when we're working fast, when we're working with colors. And that's why I'm really interested in hearing your sense of what it is that your experience in how you took it and how it worked for you. So Dawn, I'm picking 3 color cards for you. Lighten up, Dawn. you're in the white. I have something to say about being in the light, and then you have exactly an opposing force with activate your healing power. So you have this beautiful white, and it's right here in the deep blue. So we're really working, looking at some. And here you go. Oh, you just didn't want to let it go. We got a lot of blues going on for you. Brilliance, just brilliance. When we put the sapphire with the diamond light, it's phenomenal in how it can shift your whole energy field. And then we have cyan. So you got 4 colors, girlfriend. Cyan to build your confidence. So I want to talk about white. White is that pure connection, but white can be a whiteboard, put anything on it. And white also, I was doing a workshop this afternoon, and we talked about when we surround ourselves with white and brilliance, we're like a bright light that is attracting all the moths. We become a target. People can feel us, sense us, even people who are not that sensitive. So when you guys surround yourself with white light, I want you to think about this for a minute. The more powerful energy to surround yourself with, this is what we were talking about in the workshop, is love. And love, it has this wisdom to it, and love is self-love. It's Mother Earth's love. It's the divine's love. It's Sacred Father's love. So as we talk about white, I want to introduce all the aspects of love. White, when you put it into light, is all the colors. Black, if you put it into pigments like pastels and stuff, black, brown, it's all the colors together. So white is all the colors, and you've got them all. But right now, your aspect, or what you need to express the most, is blue. Activate your healing power, build your self-confidence, sparkle up yourself. But I also want to talk about your throat chakra, how you express yourself. One of the readings earlier, we were talking about using blue and your expression of self as a self-protective energy. And I want you to, this is not so much talking about self-protective energy as much as it's talking about using that blue, that soul level, that deep indigo that's in the heavens, to wake yourself up or shine yourself up. You're already woken up. We're all awake. Sometimes we're more awake than others, but we all are. If you're living and breathing, you kind of have a feeling about what's going on in life, but maybe not as much as you need to, or maybe we need to go a little farther. But this white is talking to me about you being really woken up, but we need to work with the blues, the aspects. So let's go ahead and start seeing where we're going to do with this. I'm just going to start laying down. I feel like white is at the center of everything, and the blue is bursting like fire. It's like blue fire. Did you ever see a blue flame before? I don't mean the kind of flames where you have you put the colors in and the flames turn different colors, but if you've ever seen it's a very hot flame, and you are burning brightly. You're very brilliant, and whatever that you're doing right now, we don't want to necessarily change you up on that. We just want you to keep going, because you're like a star becoming born, in a sense. Your life is opening up for you at this point in a very deep and mature way. So you want to kind of just let you have as something is happening right in the middle here as we're working with negative space. Feel like a little spirit here, maybe a little angel coming up, talking to you. Do you like the way I use my fingers? I have the greatest tools in the world when I'm using my fingers. But okay. So, and I feel like the angelic realm is coming forward as I do this drawing. And I have to say that when the angelic realm is close to me, I see blue dots, blue orbs. And so I'm gonna just kind of lend you that idea, and just kind of suggest it to you. Let's kind of look at, so what do we have? Well, I think that's the brightest thing. Oh, here's a nice deep blue. The cyan is we're working with this cyan, which is self-confidence, seeing yourself, self-worth. And I want to say, sometimes when we all struggle with self-confidence, and this is up for you for healing. If we have a structure around us, or we have we know that we're not alone. We have a connection with source, with spirit. We can, the self-worth just falls right in place because we are buying into, we are fueling ourselves with that love of source. And that the cyan and then the brilliance. So not a ton of colors here, but the blues are phenomenal. And your self-worth as you work with the your healing power, you're not going to struggle with your self-worth. It's going to, my fingers, it's going to come naturally. It's going to be a natural occurrence that comes from you working with this beautiful energy. And you can see there's an angel emerging from the heavens, and this is the heavens of your healing. So I'd love to know what you're up to with your healing practice. That would be very interesting. So the next person is Michelle. I would love to Michelle's going to be on next week on the show. She is the spoon bending extraordinaire. She talks about yourself. She's another self-worth person, believing in yourself, connecting to the source from self-love. And so she's going to talk about spoon bending. And Michelle has been through some amazing experience, great animal lover, great animal. I think I always wanted to know, are you an animal communicator? Because I always thought you were. But you're amazing healer. She has an app out. And so we're going to talk about that next week. But with her, something special is about her where she steps into or things happen to her that are just extraordinary. They're just out of this world. And she fixes them. She creates something even better than what was there before. So she's my little friend who does miracles. So whenever I feel like I need a miracle, I just like, I wonder where Michelle's doing. Where is she? I hope I'm saying that name right. Miche. Well, I always destroy your name and I'm sorry. But yeah, this is really, these colors, they make sense. Well, let me tell you why they make sense to me. For you is first we pulled out the orange, and the orange is about transformation, and it's also about, we have the beautiful sunflower there. It's about nurturing yourself, and all is not lost. Everything's gonna be all right. But there's a transformation and transitioning that's happening that must happen, and sometimes we just don't know what it is until we get to that point. We go, oh, that's what that is. Brown, established boundaries. But when I see this brown and I see this new growth, it really talks to me about you're going through transitions, you're going through changes. So nurture yourself, nurture your environment, nurture what's around you, do what you got to do. Then this brown talks about nurturing, talks about fertilizer, talks about really rich soil. New growth is promising to come out. This plant says, no matter what you do, we're going to grow. And so the purple really, again, the purple before in the other reading was to bring balance into some huge energy. And the purple's coming here for you to develop, it says developmental clarity, but for you to stay focused from a higher source or from the source of God. So you're fueling your life with divine grace. And don't forget to do that as you grow and learn. As you grow, you learn and you prosper out of a bad situation. Do it with grace. Do it with, bring the balance of, this too shall pass, or all things must change. No matter what you do, all things change. And remember that. So what I'm going to do is start with the deep purple, which, where did I have that here? Is it? Well, that's kind of more of a deep blue. Thank you for being patient with me as I talk out loud and figure out where my colors are. Where's that purple? So I want to give you this purple as your foundation color. Not sure what the image is that's going to come around for you as I start laying this out, but purple is going to wind into, has to, needs to, would be very helpful if this purple just wound into everything you touched and everything that you change and nurture and grow and develop. I want this purple to be very much part of which is divine source, what you do. So you remember who you are as you go through your troubled times. Our trouble when we're going through, oh yeah, I see a woman coming out here, beautiful arm and holding. I feel like an energy of being embraced, of being held. Yeah, I see a big hug happening here. And so I actually feel mother's energy as I draw this. We're not really proving the continuity of life, we're just feeling the energies right now. So I feel these energies, and I want you to remember that you got to go back to source to really, bring yourself home with what you need to do, what you need to do, because this transformation that you're going through is very important. It's very important for you. So we're going to overlay some of the orange, the sacral chakra, the creativity, and I just feel like since orange talks about transition, so much to me when you get the message of nurture yourself, it just, of course, that makes sense. It makes so much sense that we use nurturing yourself as you go through transition. Archangel Uriel, who I always feel is from the west, and the orange and the sunset, and here we go, we're ending the day, what's going to happen. Or it's the fall, it's the transition of fall, and orange is very much a part of color of that. So Archangel Uriel is about administering towards transition, which is where you are. So you're in a very powerful place. And now we're going to pull some brown in here to support the change, to nourish the change. So we're going to have this very fertile aspect of your life. When the tarot deck, the power card, it's a everything falls to the ground. You really haven't lost anything, you've just lost the form, and it can be a very fertile time. Can you see the person, the hug coming out here, as it it's this embrace right here, this whole embrace right here, the hand coming around. We seem to think in the tower cards coming in that there's great loss, great disruption, but actually it's time to everything is there. It's just now you need to create differently. When a house burned down in the old days, they would collect the bricks and whatever is survived, so they can rebuild, use the stones and the bricks to rebuild. So this is Spirit's message to you, is this big embrace, this big hug, and to remember to use your sources. So thanks for letting me read for you. And Mary Ellen, we'll work with Mary Ellen a little bit. Let's see. So Susan says, thanks so much. It resonates for so much what's going on in her life right now. And I love these comments, guys. I kind of scroll through them. You're so welcome. You're so welcome, Michelle. Oh, good. You see the hug. Michelle says, feels very loving and very reassuring. She says, I just learned how to use a tractor and brought 5 huge loads of manure compost to our property. Well, that makes sense. The brown card with a little plant coming in. Yay. You do talk with the animals. Yeah, I'd like to see you come bring that out a little bit more in your world, because I feel like that's an excellent thing. Hi, Gwen. And oh, Maria said, I think I need to learn more about chakras. Somebody suggested I do a show on chakras, and I think maybe it's coming up time. Hi, Lauren. Hi, Lauren. So very cool. I'm gonna pull some colors for you, Gwen. And you seem to be the next in. And hi, Tom. It's from England, and he must be. You should be in bed by now. You must be a night owl there. So for Gwen, 3 colors attract a relationship. It's key, and the relationship you want to attract is your best relationship with yourself, and then everything else. Ooh, you got a lot of red here. Ground yourself, more grounding. And the third color is yellow. Purify your body, focus. So we had another yellow that was also about purifying and really unusual, coming up with really unusual creative ideas. So we've got some brown and red and yellow, very rich tones. So we're working with your root chakra, we're working a little bit with the sacral chakra, but we're really focusing also on the solar plexus. So I want to start with the red, and attracting relationships really talks about being in the feminine energy. And being in the feminine energy, the sacred feminine, is, I feel, tricky in the world, because we are surrounded and we are trained to have masculine energy. We're not trained to be receptive. This is talking to you about being receptive within yourself, of knowing what it is that you want, clearing the pathway in your garden for things to move forward, and then just sitting in that power, just breathing, sitting in that power, nurturing the self. And I feel like think of the Empress card in the tarot deck. She is surrounded, she's pregnant, and she's surrounded by the stars and the plants and everything she touches grows and develops and matures. And the problem with that is, and why we need the emperor to come along, is to bring it form. Everything's growing everywhere wildly. However, for you, I wouldn't worry about that. I really want to get you into that feminine aspect, knowing what you want and sitting in the power, as you really see how it's unfolding for you, as you line up with the flow and the synchronicities and the flow of the universe, your higher power, your flow of your energy. And I feel as if we're talking about this, grounding yourself, this very deep rose brown. It's like this very red brown. For this is a good one. Is you see how this it's fertilizing the plant. It's supporting the plant, and it's grounding the plant into a deeper aspect of itself, so it can hold that feminine energy and allow it to be there for as long as it needs to take the time it needs to take to flower out to its best. And then that's, I feel like, is what's happening. And you've been doing a lot of that work. I've been watching you and listening to you do that work already. You're still doing it, and you're going to be continuing to do it for a little bit longer, until you actually master the feminine energy. So there's a lot of teachings around feminine energy that I'd like for you to really dig down and embrace, if you can work with that. What does that mean to sit in that feminine energy and hold yourself in the receptive state? And it's a challenge to do that, because some of that mother wounding is going on in there, and wait, we have to run up, and we have to be this masculine, go get it kind of energy, and that's not serving you right now. I mean, you still have to have the masculine energy to do your job and do all the things that you need to do, but at the core of it, sweetie, is the core of it is your femininity, is your receptive, your willingness to say, I got this, I'll take it, I'm going to accept this. Or, you know what, I'm not going to accept this, but I'm not going to fight it, I'm just not going to accept it. I'm going to allow it to be what it is, and if it resonates with me, great. If it doesn't resonate with me, you're out. And it's that simple. This yellow is really coming up bright. And as it says, the message on the card was purify your body. I feel like the message is also purify your thoughts. What is it that you're thinking? What is it that you're dreading? As you're thinking you want to create and do something with all of this amazing stuff. I also, we're going to put a little coral in here for you for transformation. Want you to clear up those thoughts, purify them, and experiment with, okay, so I'm going to think this thought today, and I'm going to see where it's going to bring me. And if it brings you something good, great. But if it doesn't, and something's kind of not going well during the day, I want you to take a look at that thought, and I want to say, are you working for me? What else? What other thought can there be? This is your rose as you become more and more purified in your thought process, your decision-making process. And we work with Metatron with the thoughts, and Michael, Archangel Michael. And when you work with Metatron, the thoughts, we have this, the cube or whatever, he has the thing that he holds. I should know that, but I can't remember the name right now. Your thoughts are creating a structure around you. And I want you to be aware of what structure you're creating around you with your thoughts. And I want you to come at it from a very loving, caring, curious place. Like, whoa, I think that, oh, I do that. That's crazy. That's really good. Because remember, we're talking about the grays and shining them up to silver. So we don't necessarily want to take away all your thoughts. We want to purify them. Where is this coming from? What is the root of this? What's really down? Every thought, every feeling, every movement inside of our bodies has, in our minds and our hearts, has a higher essence. So sometimes the only way that we can hear something or know something that really resonates with our soul is at a lower vibration. So if we throw it out and our soul really needs it, it's going to bring it right back in. And so what we want to do is shine it up and find out, where are you? Where is your highest essence? Where are you taking me? That's very much a feminine energy of going into the shadow. So all life is created within dark, kind of thing, kind of idea. So that's where you're being challenged to be right now, when hopefully that resonates, or you could take something home with you on that one. And I think I have time for one more. I'm going to work with Lauren. If you don't mind, Lauren, I hope you're still here. This will be the last one. We are going good. We're doing really, really well, guys. Great comments, and I appreciate you being here. Hi, Beth. Beth showed up. I'm so glad to see you, Beth. So we said Lauren. And I'm going to pull some cards for Lauren. Lauren, we've worked together before, Lauren. And Lauren, I also I've been thinking about you. We need to connect. So in the Akashic journey that's coming up November 4th, I wanted to tell you all, and those who studied with me already, I'm going to invite all the prior students to come to the class, no charge, to be with the new students, but also if you want to relearn or touch base and on something that maybe you didn't go deep, you want to go a little bit deeper, or you want to freshen up a little bit. So please talk to me about that if you're interested. I'll send out emails at some point. So Lauren, mauve is the first color. It's coming in, and I love this because it says enjoy clear hearing, but it's telling you clear audience. Lauren, are you working on, so I wouldn't be surprised if you started hearing things, or there's an inner voice talking to you that you can't ignore. And I love that it's so supported by from the find richness in the dark night. I'm asking Spirit, your soul, where this dark night is connected to. I don't feel that it's connected to, don't worry about that, or, oh, this is my job is going to happen here, or this is over here. No, I feel like it's going deep within yourself. It's more feminine energy. And it is also moon energy. It's also intuitive energy. So as you have that clear hearing coming through, we're shining up the silver. We're really taking a look. I almost feel like the clear audience part is coming out of the it's been in the silver's been in the mothball so long that it turned black, but it's still silver. So that gift is coming forward, and it's been dark. It's been in the closet in the basement for a really long time. And I feel that as you develop your clairaudient gift, as well as some of your other intuitive gifts that go with it, you're going to find the golden path, the pathway, follow the yellow brick road. to what you need to do. Possibly there could be implications in your job, or choosing different things around your job, or moving out. But I know that you've been working really hard on a lot of different aspects in your world that have to do with work, job, and abundance. So I feel that the clairaudient and shining it up, bringing it out of the closet, is really going to make a difference in your life. So start journaling and start experimenting with it. So we're going to start with some nice violet colors. I'm going to keep that at the center. Yeah, it looks like a little infinity sign wanting to make its way up here. It's also, I feel like what's coming, your focus has been the outer world and the job and stuff. And as I draw, I'm feeling like, geez, her focus is also this her spiritual development. You're opening up to something that you'll never or you most likely will not explore deeply within your job, within your outer work, because it just doesn't have it just doesn't have it within where you are. And you've been wanting that for a long time within your heart of hearts. I feel like your soul's telling me that to have a place to express yourself. You're very much a change maker. So I'm almost wondering if, as you dive deeper into your clairaudience and your other intuitive gifts, if you're not going to discover a message deep within you that says, and now's the time for you to stretch a little bit. So we're going to add some beautiful gold as you grow. Nice saffron gold that's coming in here. You will find some new messages within yourself that you weren't quite expecting, and you would just as soon avoid and not go there. But your guides are going to say it's time to go there. So I want to give you that love from spirit, and let's talk. If you want to go deep, do some work together in the Akashic Records, that would be great, because there's definitely some important shift happening for you. Great. I'm going to just do 2 fast readings without drawing. I know we're getting late. I'm just going to do a color for Mary Ellen Tarot, and then I'm going to do a little bit for Beth, just because they came in. I'm so happy they're here. So Mary Ellen Tarot, please, I hope that you did hear me ask you to message me, but please, I just wanted to check in with something about you. Mary Ellen, more red, more root chakra energy. I don't know if you've been really working with physical pain or emotional pain or just pain in the neck things, but free yourself from them, step away from them, or find healing. When I see this peach energy, this is an inhale of breath of fresh air. So want to take a breath of fresh air, and as you take a breath of fresh air, just step back, and the whole field will become clear to you. So I don't want you to take action, because this jade, the green, is saying, let's go, baby. But I want you to not move forward until you've stepped back and released some of this pain you're in, because taking action when we're full of pain, wherever this pain is coming from, physically, mentally, emotionally, it's telling you, it's talking too loudly to you. So the peach energy is coming in to balance it out. And once you're centered and you have 2 minutes to think about it, then take action. Ask your guides what it is that you need to take action about. What is the right action? I feel like this is an important, like, heads up, pay attention, because there's something you're getting ready to jump right into, and it's going to hurt even more if you don't do that work that they suggest that you do. So Beth, I'm going to, cool if you get so much information, just looking at colors. It's always amazing to be. So Beth, we're picking 3 cards for you, color cards again. And Beth started with her, Anne started a beautiful church. So Beth, if you want to post about your church on my Facebook page or post it here, It's online. It's doing some really magnificent work. So here we are with Scarlet, attract success. This been kind of Reds seem to be talking about attracting success. This is kind of a saucy kind of red, kind of like you're going to attract success, but it's going to be new. It's going to be like a little rebellious and saucy. And as we work in apricot, rejoice and laugh, which is bringing the sauciness into it. Keep it light, keep it laughter. Apricot and coral and these kinds of kind of red, yellow, they're gold, but they're not quite gold, are transformational colors. And they're colors of new growth, but they're healing. And then the new growth comes forward. So you're on the healing track. So yay, rejoice and be happy because you're coming to the other part of it. And as the lavender comes in to support you, I feel like this is a supporting color. It's to connect to your mind, your body, and your soul. And I spoke earlier, I don't know if you were here, that your body is the medium of your intuition, of your soul speaks to you, where when spirit speaks to you, it's through your body. So connect to your body, your mind, and your soul. Clean that up a little bit. That's what's supporting you. So you need to do some energy work or some thoughtful work or nurturing work on supporting your body and honoring it and seeing where it's taking you. You've been pushing your body really hard. Now I want you to just love it up and be a little gentle with yourself, because you are, you have gone through the changes that you needed to make, and now you're stepping into the power of those changes. So you're attracting success. Continue to remember that that's what you're doing, but you've transformed a lot of energy. So that's bringing some success towards you because of the transformation work that you've done. So I hope that this message is helping you and speaking to you. This has been a lot of fun doing this. I probably will do it again in a few weeks. Let me know if this is something you'd like to hear more about. Lydia says, I'm working on loving myself, and that's what I love to hear. In these sessions, in all of these podcasts, I brought you in tools to use to build skills to connect with your soul, to live a soul-powered life. And as Lydia says, I'm working on loving myself. How we love ourselves and how much we love ourselves is in direct proportion to how much we could feel spirit loving us. And spirit loves us a lot more than we love ourselves, our souls and our creators, the angels. So do love yourself, create joy and a sense of well-being in your life. And then the angels and source in your soul will step in and you'll feel their presence even more. Believe it or not, no matter where you are in your life, what situation it is, health-wise or physical, the stuff in your outside of your life, like there's some people are going through. When you love yourself and really get yourself to that foundation of self-love from your soul, self-love, it starts with self-love, with the root chakra, and then your soul can snuggle in there and show you even more. So use these tools that I bring to you, and hopefully this message is bringing you a little more understanding. Working with colors is amazing, and I'd like for you to reach out to the people that I connect you with, or reach out to me for some sessions. So I want to give you the love and the blessings from spirit. Had a blast tonight, and we will continue to have more fun things coming down the pike. And you are so welcome, all of you, for coming. And I so appreciate you coming and supporting me so I could do this big experiment. It's been lovely. It's been great. And you really encouraged me to step out on my own as well. So I'm going to say sayonara, and we'll see you in the next session. And let me know later. Keep sending me messages of how these messages are impacting you.
Thank you for joining the Angelscapes podcast. We hope you've gained new insights and inspiration for your journey to uncover and access your soul's power. For more information and a deeper dive into finding clarity in your life, go to angelscapes.com. Remember to subscribe so you can be part of the discussion. It may just change your life. See you next time.